Before dawn brushed the sea with color, the world was quiet. Waves whispered secrets to the sand, and a single turtle named Orin crawled slowly across the moonlit shore. He had lived many seasons by this ocean, watching tides rise and fade, stars bloom and die, always waiting for the same thing, the warmth of the sun that once saved him. Long ago, when Orin was small, a fierce storm had thrown him out of the sea. He lay helpless, his tiny flippers buried in cold sand, until a soft golden light pierced through the clouds. The morning sun touched him, gentle, warm, forgiving. That light gave him strength to crawl back home. Since then, he believed the sun was his guardian, and every morning he waited. He waited even when the skies were gray. He waited when the winds grew cruel. He waited when no one else did. But over the years, the beach grew louder. Seagulls fought for food. Crabs built their homes over his tracks. And the young turtles who once admired Orin's calmness began to mock him. "Why do you stare at the sky all day?" They laughed. "The world moves fast, old one." "You'll be left behind," Orin smiled gently. "The sea never forgets those who move slowly," he said. Yet inside, his heart ached, not because they mocked him, but because he wondered if he had been left behind. One afternoon, as golden light shimmered over the horizon, Orin saw something glimmer in the surf, a young dolphin, tangled in a net, thrashing helplessly. He pushed forward, dragging his heavy shell through the sand. Each step burned, but he didn't stop. The waves crashed harder, pulling the dolphin under. "Hold on!" Orin called, though his voice was faint against the roaring sea. With all his strength, he reached the net and bit the ropes. His beak tore at the threads, salt and pain in his mouth, until the dolphin broke free. The young dolphin gasped, blinking at him. "You saved me," she said softly. "Why risk your life for a stranger?" Orin smiled. "Because once, something bright saved me too." The dolphin nodded, but when she looked at his cracked shell and trembling flippers, she frowned. "You're too slow for this world," she said. "You'll never survive the tides alone," and with a flick of her tail she swam away. The ocean grew quiet again. Orin lowered his head, the waves licking gently at his scars. The sky darkened, and for the first time in many seasons, he didn't wait for sunrise days past. Orin stayed underwater, hiding among the corals. The young turtles raced above him, fast and fearless, chasing the silver fish that glittered like stars. He watched them and thought, maybe they're right. Maybe the sun has forgotten me. A shadow fell across the reef, a large manta ray gliding gracefully through the blue. "You hide from the sky, old one," the ray said. "Why?" Orin sighed. "Because I waited too long for something that no longer cares." The manta paused. "You mistake silence for absence. The sun doesn't need to speak to shine." But Orin turned away. Light fades for those who stop believing in it. He swam toward the darker waters, places even the rays avoided. Far from the reef, the world was cold. Currents twisted violently, pushing Orin into the depths. Soon, a storm raged above. Thunder cracked. The water churned, and from the distance a shadow moved, a fishing trawler, its nets sinking like dark ghosts. The same dolphin he once saved was caught again, trapped and screaming. Her silver body flashed between ropes as the storm tossed the ship. Orin's old heart thudded. He wanted to look away, to say, "It isn't my fight anymore." But his shell burned with memory. He remembered the golden light that once lifted him from despair. And before he could think, he swam upward, against the waves, against fear, against time. The net was massive. Each knot was as thick as his leg. Lightning illuminated his cracked shell as he fought, biting through rope after rope, while the storm roared around him. The dolphin cried, "You'll drown!" Orin rasped. "Then I will drown doing what I was born for." A wave slammed him into the side of the boat. Pain flashed through his shell. Still, he bit again, one last desperate pull, until the final knot snapped. The dolphin shot free into the dark. But Orin sank, exhausted, into the silence below. When the storm cleared, the ocean stilled. The dolphin searched for him through the quiet morning light. She found him resting on the ocean floor, still and pale. She nudged him gently, whispering, "Wake up." Please. Above them, sunlight broke through the water. Golden rays reached down like hands, brushing his shell, and slowly. Orin moved. The warmth spread through his body just as it had all those years ago. He lifted his head, eyes glowing with faint light. The dolphin smiled in tears. You waited for the sun again. Orin's voice was soft. I never stopped. I only forgot how to look. They swam upward together. The ocean shimmered like glass, and the dawn spilled gold across the waves. When Orin reached the surface, he closed his eyes and felt the warmth on his shell, that same patient light that had always been there, waiting for him to rise again. Seasons passed. The beach grew quiet again. Now the young turtles often saw an old turtle resting near the shore, his shell lined with scars. His gaze fixed not on the horizon, but on the light above it. When they asked why he still waited, he simply said, "The sun never leaves. We just forget to look through the clouds." And when storms came, he no longer feared them. He knew every dark wave carries light beneath it. Some hearts wait their whole lives for a light they think they've lost. But the truth is, it never left. Like the turtle who waited for the sun, your strength isn't in how fast you move, but in how deeply you believe, even when the world turns dark. Patience doesn't mean doing nothing. It means trusting that what's yours will find you when the time is right. The waves will always come. The storms will always pass. But if your faith stays steady, you'll always rise again with the sun. Moral: true strength is not in speed or success. It's in faith that never fades. Even when the world forgets you, the light you believe in still finds you. If this story touched your heart, don't scroll away. Someone out there needs to hear it too. Might share this story, spread its light, and remind the world that faith, patience, and love never go unseen.